Grand Rising family, how are you guys doing this beautiful afternoon? I'm doing great out here in nature where I thrive my best. Needed to come out. I looked out and I saw the sun and I was like, oh God, I got to get out there and get some of that. So I'm out here um, doing some study time, taking some time to do some studying. I on a quest to read and study as much as I can. You just can never learn enough. There's always more to learn. And I like to come out, bring my books and notes and pen and come out and do it in nature as much as I can. And so the sun is shining. It's really nice out here today. I have a lot of trees in my backyard, so if you don't see, much of the sunlight, but it's out here. And so I'm enjoying this beautiful day that Mother Nature has provided for us. It's really nice. I wanted to come on, and I'm not going to be long. I just wanted to come on and give a message to you guys. This is concerning the light workers, the teachers, the therapists, all of us who are out here doing what the Creator has, destined us to do, and help to heal the world. And as we heal the world, we heal ourselves because we all need healing. And if you look like me and you're on this planet, you have been tampered with. You're affected, without a doubt. And all of us have been affected, but our people significantly has been affected. And so you guys know what the deal is. You guys know how they did us. So we all need healing, and we're at different levels, different places in our healing. And so we are out here trying to heal the world. And for many of us, that is what we're destined to do, is to do our part to raise the consciousness on the planet. And that, while we're doing that, we're healing. We're helping to heal. But I wanted to share that there are people out here, guys. You do know it requires a lot of energy. We have to spend a lot of energy in doing what we do. And the beauty of it is seeing the successes that we often see. It's like it's healing. But I want to tell you, there are beings out here that many may not be ready yet. There are many out here that, because of free will, they're not necessarily ready to receive the help that we provide or that we offer. And so I just wanted to tell you guys, or remind you that you can't force anybody to accept your help. You can only offer it. And in the ways that we help, like in social media and places where we teach and we're not directing anything to any one person, many times people will come on and they'll get the information. It may be a seed for them, or it may be something they'll come back to later. So we're also helping in that way. But for those that we are directly trying to help, and they reject it, we have to accept that they're not ready, or maybe they just don't want it from you or myself. That could very well be the case. And so I would advise us not to spend a whole lot of energy directing and focusing on going after someone that's not ready. Because as I said, that's just too much energy to be wasted, and you could take that energy and use it on someone that's ready and willing, instead of wasting your time with someone that's rejecting you. And I want to tell you, I had a situation, and it was very draining for me. But once I opened my eyes and had to remind myself that I can't save the world. And I had to remind myself that just because they're family don't mean, they're going to, receive you. Sometimes they're the hardest to break through. So I had a situation where I had a party, Earthborn Day party back a few weeks ago. Many of you know about that. And so then back 2 years ago, I had a relative mother came to me, and her daughter was estranged from our family, and it was actually mostly her. It was her fault that the daughter was estranged, and she knew that, and she wasn't willing to admit it. But she came to me about 2 years ago, and she told me her daughter really wanted to become close to our family, and that she was hoping that we could start, I guess she was trying to say, embracing her. And she came to me because she knows that I am really the elder, and the elder that really use a lot of energy trying to keep my family unity together. And she knew that, and I'm sure that's why she came to me. And so, of course, this child, I say child, she's an adult. She's a well-aged adult. I call her child because I'm an elder over her. But anyway, of course, as I always do, and with the way that I am, I went right to work to start trying to brainstorm to bring her in and assist in, getting her in the family where she can start, because of course I love all my family. I really, really do. And so there was no way I could reject this request. And so fast forward, at the event we had a few weeks ago, I made sure I sent her an RSVP, because, and she has this reputation that actually interferes with the other family members wanting to be connected to her because of some of the behavior she displays in the public. And you can't blame them. I can't blame them, but I said I'm going to do whatever I can do. So I sent her an RSVP some months ago, and she replied that she was going to attend. And I had a couple of family members say, now, she does these things in the public, at these parties and these clubs and stuff, this kind of behavior. And surely I never thought she would display that kind of behavior at an event that I, had. And, but I was quite wrong. I missed it this time. I really did. I just didn't realize. I haven't been around this person in a long time. And actually she came, and I embraced her just like I embraced all the rest of my family and friends. And because my heart is always to love. My efforts is to love and to give love. I mean, that's just my nature, if I can. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a shove over. Anybody that really, really, really knows me, they'll tell you I ain't no shove over now, but I try my best to behave in a loving way, at all times as much as possible. So I embraced her, and I was in my own world, of course, because it was my day, my night. So I wasn't paying much attention to, and everybody it was an adult party. It was an adult party. So I shouldn't have had to babysit anybody, but she did some horrible stuff at the party. She did. And it just got past my eyes, but other people saw it. And actually, some of the things she did, the camera caught it and a video caught it. And let me try to sum this up. The next couple of days, people started contacting me. I guess they were trying to give me a time to, I don't know, give me a few days, I guess. And they contacted me, and they began to send me videos and pictures of this behavior that this person displayed. And actually, it was so humiliating that, especially the videos, kind of brought me to tears, and what really hurt me also is that my efforts came from a really good place, And so when I spoke to her, my one of my siblings is her parent, and they contact her and told her I was disappointed, and she called me right away and offered an apology. But she gave me an apology with stipulation, I guess you can call it. She gave me an apology that wasn't a sincere apology, and it had some buts to come along with it. And then during the while she was talking, she told me, she said, and to be perfectly honest with you, she said it wasn't about you. She said it was bigger than you. Her behavior. It had more to do with other people in this family than you. So I'm like, so you happen to punish me. Here it is. I'm trying to do a good thing to reunite you in the family and love on you, in the way that, elders do. And you're going to come in because you're angry at all these other family members because of some behavior that you display that's unbecoming of a young lady. But you mad because they don't respond to you in the way that you feel that they should, but you're going to take it out on me at my event. And it was a semi-formal event. It was a nice event. A lot of people were in tux and suits and gowns and nice sequenced dresses. And this young lady let me know straight up that it was not about me, actually. And it was about other family members. And she then texted me and made sure she made it clear. Originally she said she didn't mean to, and she, gave me the half apology. But then eventually she texted me and she let me know I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew what I was doing. But I've decided to not come to any of this family's functions anymore. And it's not because I can't act accordingly. She let this heifer let me know. And I have to call her a heifer. And anyway, I told her not to text me anymore. And of course, I made up in my mind how I'm going to move going forward. I sent her mother the video, and I let her mother know the reason I was making the effort is because of her request 2 years ago. And I've gone to work to try to make that happen because that's what I do. But I let her know also I will not tolerate it. I will no longer tolerate it. And in the disrespect, the verbal disrespect as well. So to make a long story short, it was a wake-up call for me to realize, again, to be reminded actually that you can't help everybody. You cannot help everybody. Everybody's not, some people are broken. And it's unfortunate that all this love I have to give to this younger family member, and I would pour it on her if she would allow me, but she's not ready to receive it, and I don't know that she knows how to receive it. But she, angry at her family when her family had nothing to do with why she, wasn't around as much as she could have been in order to connect. It was her mom that kept her away because her mom was angry at one of my siblings, the child's father. And I look at how a lot of these young women, these broken women, they be angry at the men, they hold grudges against the men, but then they hate the men's family. They hate the women's family. And it's just sad. And then the child gets hurt. It's the child that suffers because of the grudge, the misplaced grudge they have. They're really angry at the man, and many of them will still go with him, but they hate the family when the family had nothing to do with it. That's a very, very, very sad situation. But my point to bring it on home is to remind you, if people don't want help, you can't make them receive it. You can't make them accept it. You can't. There's nothing you can do. And I learned a lesson that I am actually regrouping in this family. I'm not going to change who I am. I can't. But I am changing and the way I do things, and I am going to set boundaries, not only with this family, with people in general, because it's not going out of my way, but to the great effort that I have put in, and that sometimes we put in to love on people and to try to help them and heal them, and for them to turn around and kind of like spit in your face, it's pretty hurtful. It's pretty mean. But I've heard stories here lately, and I know that it's real that when people are hurting people hurt people. And also, again, if they're not ready, they're just not ready. And there's nothing that you can do about it. You have to, sometimes you just have to not be the one and decide if you want to continue to put in the energy to try or not. And so I decided I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. That mother that she has is going to have to be the one help heal her, if anybody, or someone else, because it won't be Valerie. I won't be pushing it. But many of us, we work so hard to try to love on our people, friends, families, and just people. And it's so sad that a lot of times we get the shit end of the deal. And it's so unfair. It's so unfair. And I know that's just the way it is, but the beauty of it is that we get to choose, select who we want to, reach out to, and how we want to move in this, and especially once we get bitten or once we learn the lesson. And that's what I plan to do. I've decided that I'm going to set these boundaries, and she don't have to worry until she go get healed, which is something she let me know that she clearly doesn't want to do. Until she do it, and if she decide not to do it, she can't deal with, I won't be dealing. No, setting big boundaries, babe. But I can see how broken she is, and I've heard the stories, things she said and done, and it's really sad. I told her mom it was actually heartbroken. Her mom never responded because she's broken as well. I see the brokenness in her too. But so many of our people are broken, but there's nothing we can do to help them in the physical if they're not ready. So I just want to remind you, don't use up all your energy trying to help people who are not ready to receive it. You just can't. There's too much work to be done, and too many of people out there that will accept it. And I would suggest that's where we need to focus. Let those that are not ready yet, let them be. Let the universe work with them, the creator or whoever they call God, and you go on, because you too have to keep your energy up. You have to stay in peace. You have to keep your vibration up. So you don't want to just waste energy, because without your energy, you can't even see about yourself. So guys, be careful with that. I just wanted to go on and talk about that a little bit. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can relate and that may need this information, because it's so very important. I love you guys immensely, and I appreciate you for coming on and staying on to the end. I appreciate you for that. As always, I'm going to ask you to like the video, because when you like it, others can see it. Share it so more can see it, and I appreciate you for that. I'm going to sign out now. I'm going to say Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Thank you guys. Don't forget to go out and get some sun. Stay in peace. Hug somebody. There's always someone that needs a hug. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Peace.